The Machine Dream, Requiem for a Modern Hero. Decisions made in fractions of a second, a tightrope walk at the edge of physics. Accelerating, braking, throwing yourself through a tangle of curves, carried by trust. Anyone who has ever driven a narrow road by car, left and right just centimeters, knows the miracle. What lets us move with certainty without touching anything? It is trust that carries us. A single instant of doubt makes the journey as uncertain as that of a blind man. Decisions made in fractions of a second, a tightrope walk at the limits of physics. It is your life, yourself, that you hurl through the corners. It is a single curve, the circuit, a wide-open maw in which one moves like Theseus in the realm of the Minotaur. A labyrinth. Woe to you if you enter its gate without arming yourself with faith. 1 second of inattention, and the space that submits itself to your will, whom you degrade into your unwilling slave, who kicks at you and strikes at you by tearing loose its grip, by throwing and shaking the car, will devour you. To subdue the world in a single encompassing grasp. 300 kilometers, 90 minutes long, God becomes a great bliss inside one's chest. The world bends to your will. Theseus did not hesitate to enter the labyrinth. It is the dream, the machine dream. To be God for a moment, to turn yourself into an arrow between this world and the beyond, to subject the universe to human will. All these longings, these hopes that transform the world into one vast economic machine, fearsome in its gleaming armor, snorting, pawing the ground, human. I obey you and make you lord over space and time. Whoever tames and breeds the beast must serve it in order to rule it. Never look away, never leave it. If you do, it will come after you and devour you. It is a body made of many bodies, an arthropod. From all sides one sees its limbs grow, limbs pressing into each other, layering like the lime shells of polyps, creating coral mountains of steel in which shiny flywheels whistle around their axes. The machine dream, the dream of man's victory over his mortal nature. Heroes, names, a faith, obedient recruits feeding their part of the Lindworm. Speed, growth, victory, the circuit. The world economy as 12 Grand Prix. The will is a slave to the fear of failure. Never lose, never show weakness. The flywheels whistle around their axes. The artificial body trembles. 800 horsepower. Devour time! Win eternity! The Minotaur roars in his catacomb. Theseus could overpower him and step out into the light. We remain in the cave like polyps living inside the lime skeletons of their ancestors. Beauty grows from petrification. Remnants torn from the great ocean. Land built from the empty dwellings of polyps. Only the dead truly endure. The starting light turns green. The world is an arena, and other people are competitors on the way to victory. Only the victorious will endure. Hitler had the same dream. The world becomes a wall of deafening noise. Engines roar. Darkly, the beast groans. The will hurl it forward. The first corner rises like a mountain. The world is a thread to be found. Left, right, brake, accelerate. We are the machine. That roaring sound, that trembling of power. An arrow of our will between the world and eternity. To subdue time, to make space obey, to look upon the world like an eagle with wings spread wide. Where is the equal opponent? The world is a ribbon in time, a circuit to race again and again until the checkered flag appears. Only the victor is exalted. High above on the podium at the center, there the world of humans lies at your feet, and you feel admiration that should belong only to a god. Out there, alone, only faith counts. Theseus defeated the Minotaur with cunning. We ride him and live with him in the catacomb. He will devour us quickly if we are inattentive. Death is an empty, dark, silent space in which our fame is meant to echo, and yet it is quiet there. The Minotaur stands between us and nothingness. What does the conqueror win but the illusion of triumph over death? For only from victory does there seem to be a path beyond the lightless dungeons of forgetting. Ayrton is the name of a demigod. The beast recoils in fear. The world is submissive ground. If things went by the book, he beat Prost by a second as if it were nothing. Prost could step back, for his faith fed on the strength of cunning. But for Senna, the world is a yielding ribbon that only his will truly commands. Whoever challenges him ends in dust. Perfection, cool blood, a superior will. Never give up. The world is a silver arrow of 800 horsepower ruling the universe, a sword stroke that only Ayrton's will fully governs. Never lose a single centimeter. Feel every meter. Never doubt your own perfection. The start light turns green. The beast roars. It belongs to one will only. The world is a circuit through which Ayrton passes like a purifying flame. God is his witness. Prost believes in cunning, Mansell in audacity, but Senna believes only in being the fastest. Give me a car. Let us push technology to the limit where all others break. The air at the summit is thin, the abysses are deep. Whoever climbs high may fall far. Live on the limit of adhesion. In this world lives a minotaur, I ride fearlessly. My will is balanced, an arrow between here and nowhere. Prost has one title more. Yet the clearer will is a brighter, more just flame. The machine lives. Flywheels whistle around their axes in hidden cellars. The most splendid South Sea islands are born from death. Death is an empty space from which victory seems to hold us at a distance. Ratzenberger dies. He was a nobody. The last may die. Their names lie close to dust, the hair upon the head of the empty space that waits for us. The beast roars. The starting light turns green. Senna has scored no points in 2 races. The world is a deceiver obeying another name, Schumacher. Prost slipped away quietly. He avoided the duel. Who can offer a clearer flame than the one who bends time to his will, who conquers the beast in harmony with God? Not Mansell, not Prost. Intrigues broke Senna's will. The world is a beast. Schumacher has nothing but the belief of youth. We all will fall into the empty space. It is the victor's name that echoes. The flywheels in the dark whistle invincibly around the axis. We serve the silver dragon, humanity's dream, the machine dream. Whoever rules the beast is its slave. He can never leave it. 800 horsepower? The world is a circuit. Prost had cunning. He could retreat without losing the faith that alone forms the space between us and the void. Before the podium waits the crowd. To be a god? Once. The beast roars. For 2 races, Senna has scored no points. They think he drives the best car, but it is not true. Only faith counts. Schumacher has the carefree power of youth, the freedom from doubt. The world is a circuit. A god is carried by divine force. Icarus flew too close to the sun with wings glued by wax. Senna is a demigod who conquers the beast by will alone. The world is a circuit. Berger could survive as second, but Senna is a flame fed only by the belief that the prize of speed belongs to him alone. Piquet was a nobody. Prost carried cunning. Schumacher carries the unburdened belief of youth. It hurts that no more than 0.2 of a second of invincibility remained. From above, anyone who climbs looks small. The summit has room for only one. The ascent is clear. Lonely and beautiful stands the demigod in the light of the sun of glory. To be a demigod once? The crowd prays only to the man at the top. From up there, the way to the void seems farther. It is always faith that carries. The ascent was inevitable for the sake of dreamt of justice. Prost triumphed with cunning, Mansell with superior machinery. Senna now stands alone at the summit. Where does man turn in triumph? The only path to eternity is the leap into the empty space. The world is a circuit. In dark cellars, flywheels whistle around their axes. The world is a circuit on which the will tests itself against the beast. Only faith counts. Schumacher stays close. His hands have gripped the summit's edge, never leave the world as second. Only fame echoes into the void. Ratzenberger was a nobody. Now everyone knows him. Senna is a flame fed only by belief in being the fastest. The world is a circuit, and Schumacher rides the Minotaur as well as Senna. Prost had room to flee into cunning, Berger the greatness to give up the summit and live on. Senna has nothing between himself and doubt but death. The bridge to Olympus is a wall one touches fatally at 315 kilometers h. It is a path to the stars. Beauty grows only from the dead. Coral islands outlast the worm. The world is a circuit obeying the human will. Senna is dead. He leapt into the void. The void is an endless circuit of black asphalt. In dark basement rooms, flywheels whistle around their axes. The world is a raceway where human will tests itself against the beast. The machine dream, humanity's dream. To subdue time and space, to walk away as victor, accompanied by the crowds weeping into the void. Whoever rules the beast is its slave. Never avert your gaze, never lose faith. Theseus could leave the labyrinth as victor. He returned to the light. The Minotaur was dead. Ratzenberger was a nothing. Senna a victor. The world was a circuit that devoured them both at the same place. The world is a great poet. We dream the dream at the limit of adhesion, to escape the void. In dark cellars, flywheels whistle around their axes. The world is a circuit that belongs to them.